What's good, everyone? Today I'm going to show you guys how I made a trap banger out of a classical piece of music, which is Bach's Orchestral Suite number 3. And yeah, I don't think that's the real name actually, but it's called Begginer by Johann Sebastian Bach. Yeah, so that's the goat right there. So let me show you guys what I did with it. So first, this is what it sounds like on its own, the original. So like that's actually hella hard on its own. Like just like he went crazy in the studio back in like the 1700s or whatever. But I only sampled the first portion of it, the portion that you just heard. And what I did is I pitched it up slightly. So I slightly pitched it up and of course sped it up to give it a little bit more bounce.
Speed it up.
Then that's basically the main sample portion of the beat. And over here I had to like cut it a little bit to make it go with the metronome, put it on beat, which is of course hard with classical music oftentimes and just like sampling stuff because they weren't cooking it up in FL Studio, so everything wasn't on grid. So that's why you just gotta chop it up sometimes to put it on grid, put it with the tempo. Now let me show you guys what I do with the effects to give it a little bit more bounce and just make it a little bit more creative of a sample. So first I did just EQ the low end out over here, boost some of the mid, and then EQ the very highs out just to remove those harsh frequencies out of the beat. And then the main other effect that I put was this Effectrix, and I don't remember if this was a preset or I made it, but it's just a little stretch and then some vinyl effects and stutter. So this is what it sounds like. I'll mute the gross beat so you can just hear the Effectrix on its own. And the other effect is the gross beat, which is the more prominent effect on the sample, and I automated it to come in every other bar, and this is what it sounds like with the Effectrix. And I'm pretty sure that's one of the presets. Yeah, it's basic 7 preset from gross beat, which everyone in the world probably knows what that is by now. So the sample with all the effects sounds like this. You can't make a classical trap beat without putting some stutters in that at least. So next what I did is go ahead and put the snares and just start working on the drums. So first let me just show you guys my snare. It's a snare like that, and layer them together for a basic snare pattern, and this is what it sounds like with the snare. Yeah, and I think next I put in the hi-hat, and that's what it sounds like. I took the out knob up a bit just to give it a little tighter feel, and my pattern is basically pretty simple. Put a little stutters, put a couple of rolls or whatever stutters in there. Yeah, maybe I'll probably do that just so it doesn't sound that weird. Yeah, so this is what it sounds like with the hi-hat. Let me just bring this up. Already pretty fire. So let me show you guys what I did with the 808s, because I think that's the best part of this beat. Probably the best part of any beat if you do it right. 808, had to go with the spins. Had to go with the spins. 808, shout out spin, shout out KBZ. And 808 pattern for this was kind of hard to do because it's really hard to find the root note of this kind of piece where, you know, there's notes going everywhere and the chords are not really basic, or it's just not like a simple trap melody. But you know, you can still do it if you do the trick where you know, take it up an octave and just really hear it. So let's hear what the 808 sounds like with the pattern up an octave, so you guys can really hear the notes. So let me show you guys what the actual pattern an octave down with everything else sounds like. Oh shit. So the 808 is pretty like crazy. Over here, I really like this part where it goes, you know. Then we gotta put our kick in to give it like the final like bounce. Went with a pretty hard kick sound, pretty hard kick sample. This is the kick sample that I used. Pretty hard on its own, which that's a tip. If the sample isn't hard, don't try to, you know, compress it and stuff to make it hit hard. Just get a better kick sample. So this is what it sounds like. Nothing too crazy, but with the 808, it really brings it out. Oh, I did it again. Oh my god, I'm just gonna delete that. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, you know, that you think Bach is looking down from heaven and saying, "God damn, boy, that shit's crazy." I hope he is, because, or actually, I hope he was alive, because he would be making some crazy shit right now with all these like he'd be collabing with like Metro, 808 Mafia, everyone would be trying to get a beat with that dude. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much it for today. Let me know if you want me to do other tutorials like this, you know, making beats out of classical music. But definitely subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be posting a lot more content very soon. A lot of videos, a lot of beat tutorials, of course. So make sure to like and subscribe and follow my social media.